Hello and welcome to GWTF. This is the third episode of our season. I'd like to start off, as always, with some current events. President Barack Obama is on campus today, and coincidentally, the Arab Student Association is not. Transformers 3 is being filmed in the district this week, and the GW LGBT Club is boycotting the filming. When asked why, they said because Michael Bay is clearly homophobic. Why else would he have given one of the main characters in the film a name as gay as Bumblebee? In other announcements, the Student Association has $500,000 to give out this year, $10,000 of which they're going to give to the International Affairs Society. I say, really? Is the International Affairs Society buying another country or something? And if so, I suggest Canada. That way, when we graduate, we won't have to ask to move in with our parents. We can just move into the United States' attic. Student orgs combined requested more than $700,000 this year. Leading the way was the GW Crack Cocaine Club, which requested nearly $500,000, which would be used towards supplies and paraphernalia. The College Democrats and College Republicans will get $15,000 each. My suggestions for the Democrats is to invest in a new mascot, because everyone knows that for $15,000 you can buy one sweet piece of ass. The Campus Republicans originally requested $55,000, while the Campus Democrats only requested $25,000. When asked why they requested so much, the head of the Campus Republicans Club said because they needed more funding since they gave tax cuts to its e-board members and raised deficit spending. The GW Men's Basketball Team Fan Club was the only organization that received no money. The group had originally requested $150, but after much debate, the Student Association decided that it would give the group no funds on account that bribing a referee costs at least $200, and therefore, with only $150, the group would have no direct effect on the men's basketball team. GW ranks 7th out of 60 for colleges with the most clean-shaven men on campus in a poll conducted by an independent study group, whereas Georgetown ranks 57th out of 60 for most clean-shaven men on campus. Experts are stunned, but they point to the trend of beards becoming out of style in the Jewish community to explain this phenomenon. Now, I'm sure that you've all read the recent Hatchet article about the Westboro Baptist Church. Yes, the Westboro Baptist Church is the anti-Semitic, anti-gay, anti-America band of rabble-rousers who call themselves an organized religious group. Now, the Westboro Church, which preaches hatred, is of course not to be confused with the Westboro Church, which preaches GameCube and Natty Light. The Westboro Church is based out of Kansas, while the Westboro Church, of course, is based out of, it has multiple chapters in pretty much every Lonely Guido's basement. Now, the Westboro Church wants to radically change America. The Westboro Church just wants a new haircut. So please, don't confuse the radically anti-gay with the slightly gay when discussing the Westboro Church. And, meanwhile, I'm wondering why it's called the Westboro Church. I didn't even think that Kansas had burrows, just cornfields and a used-up Kellogg's rooster. Now, moving on. A new statement by the GW administration says that it will cost you up to $200 in cleanup fees if you vomit on the Verne Express. Now, this may actually be worth it because the next morning you could wake up in a hospital and not Pelham Hall. The GW administration says it is angry and they cite poor student judgment as the cause of the vomit problem. I completely agree. Every seat on the Verne bus has a window right next to it. So students, next time you feel the urge to vom, just use what you learned in your public speaking course or your intro to acting class and project your vomit out the window. Hopefully it will land on a homeless guy. After all, they're always begging for leftovers, and by the look of it, that jumbo slice can't be more than 30 minutes old. Free mental health screening tables have been set up all over campus this week. I suggest, when they ask you, would you like a free health screening? You say, why? Does it look like I need it? GW recently escaped the top 10 most expensive schools in the country list by an incredibly noteworthy $25. Now, although this difference is huge, what's even more unbelievable is that the difference between the first and 11th place is only $1,000. Because of course, if you can afford $55,000 in tuition, an extra $25 is the raise you could be giving to your butler. President Knapp says that the Forbes list, which places GW at 11th most expensive school in the country, is a testament to his pledge to lower costs, while at the same time raising his salary. An editor from The Hatchet wants GW to create a crime log website that shows where and when crimes have occurred on campus. The website will be accompanied by news services like crime alert updates from UPD via Twitter. Now, I think this is a great idea, because if you can't explain the entire context of a crime, like where it happened, when it happened, who was involved, and their complete motives in 120 characters or less, I think our judicial system is truly failing us. In fact, I say a web page and a Twitter account devoted to crime just isn't enough. Why not create a UPD Flickr account? Because I'm sure if we could just get a picture of that poor girl that was attacked on Pennsylvania Avenue outside of City Hall, then the crime would be solved. After all, as the old saying goes, one picture is worth at least 1,000 Twitter characters. Well, that's all for this week on GWTF, but stay tuned next time as we decide what we're going to talk about.